This was a tweet that graced me yesterday from Destiny Bulletin right here. So many developers wanted this when I was there. Former Bungie community manager reveals dev interest in Destiny 2 player housing system, calls it the dream. Let's take a look at this. So an article here from Destiny Bulletin and Zuhaad. Former Bungie community manager Liana Rupert reveals that many developers wanted player housing system in Destiny 2, but challenges have kept it from becoming reality. Destiny 2, the iconic first-person shooter with its mix of PvE and PvP content, has been navigating a rough patch lately. Following the launch of the critically acclaimed The Final Shape expansion, the game's new episodic model has received mixed reviews. Alongside these struggles, the community continues to voice long-standing requests for features like a firing range, unvaulting old content, and a ping system. Oh my God, can you imagine a ping system? Can you imagine that? I know it could get out of hand probably, but just like LFG, fire team finder, or even just like heroic public events to just be like, hey, stand here, or just get the attention of them. Oh, look at there's a ship flying in there. Ping, shoot that thing. I completely forgot about the ping system. The ping system needs to be a thing in this game. Another major request from the fans is a player housing system. Yeah, and I would even say like do a player housing system, and if you want a firing range, put the firing range in the player housing system. While Bungie has yet to deliver on these, as a recent discussion about housing has reignited the conversation. Former Bungie developer shares insight on Destiny 2 player housing. It all started when a Destiny 2 player on X shared a thought: how has Destiny not added player housing? This feels like a gold mine of playtime, player enjoyment, investment, and monetization. Popular content creator Aztecross boosted the sentiment with a post that simply read, "It should." Dude, isn't this guy a Warframe streamer or something? Why is he even commenting on Destiny stuff, dude? Today, former Bungie community manager Liana Rupert, who was laid off during the studio's October 2023 layoffs, weighed in on the conversation. She responded to Aztecross' post saying, "Oh man, so many devs wanted this when I was there." Oh, she responded to me? I mean, dude, I'm like, I had no idea she responded. It'd be so dope, but pew, pew, woo, woo, woo. Phew. But a lot of things need to change in the game and resource-wise internally to make that happen, with the return on investment at a level that would mark it as a beneficial inclusion. The dream. All right, so this is what I'm talking about right here. You see what's being said? Return on investment at a level that would mark it as a beneficial inclusion. The dream. Listen, there are some things that cannot be quantified. You know, I wonder if Final Fantasy XIV looked at their clan housing and thought themselves, should we give them 300 options for curtains? What's the return on investments here? Should we give them 32 different versions of this fountain? You see where I'm coming from? Sometimes the return on investment is goodwill, and it's something that can't really be quantified. And then not only that, goodwill and retention. You want retention, man? Give players some social elements. And a lot of people look at this, and I think there's some people that just play like maybe first-person shooters and don't really go out and play other games, especially like MMOs, right? But those people think like this is such a waste of resources. In my opinion, it's not. And when you see games like Warframe that has all these things, a huge clan dojo, which you could do anything you want. Fellas, we had a clan member make an entire section of our clan dojo, which is one part of many. The clan dojo is ginormous. And it was Pete Parsons Motorsports, where you could come in, choose your vehicle of choice, and race. It was an entire racetrack, everybody. So the fact is, it's like, we're not even asking for like that level of customization. We're just asking for a house, a clan hall, if anything, the tribute hall. We're not asking for like, hey, give me an entire planet of stuff that I can run around on inside of my clan dojo and customize. I think what we're asking for is extremely simple. While the idea of player housing excites many, Rupert's comments highlight the immense technical and resource challenges Bungie would face to bring such a feature to life. I think it's more of a leadership won't okay it. My opinion. Maybe I'm not saying that there's not technical issues with this, but I think it's a huge thing. Every time, like anytime the conversation revolves around something being brought to us in Destiny, it always comes back to, it's not going to make us any money. You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, it's not going to make us any money. Okay, what is it? Relaunching Onslaught again for the second time? That's doing it. You know, let me give you another activity which is going to cycle out at the end of this year. That right there is what's moving dollars. How about some stuff that stays in the game forever? Why remove even, you know, little things like fishing? Why not make that a feature? Why not make resource gathering an actual feature in Destiny? And I know we had it in Destiny 1, but man, that was like bare bones and basic, dude. You just like ran around and picked up stuff. You can add all kinds of stuff that actually rounds out and makes Destiny feel more like an MMO that they claim to be, that they want to be, but you don't add all the features that make an MMO an MMO. The studio has faced 2 significant rounds of layoffs in less than a year, which not only reduced its workforce, but also led to project cancellations, the departure of veteran developers. With fewer resources, employee count reportedly reduced by over 700 employees in a year, and ongoing content obligations. Adding a feature of this scale seems unlikely anytime soon. What do you think about the idea of player housing in Destiny 2? Let us know. Again, do I think you need to like, hey, let's pause Frontiers and do player-owned housing? I'm not saying that, okay? I'm just saying, kind of like Fireteam Finder and stuff, features like that, this eventually makes its way into Destiny 2. It's shameful that Destiny Rising, a mobile game, has more features right now. I mean, in its alpha stage than Destiny does. It's shameful that we don't have clan housing or player-owned housing or SRL when other games like, you know, that have all these features. And of course, Destiny Rising. I mean, again, we're in a situation that if Destiny Rising does end up launching natively on PC and consoles, I'm concerned Destiny 2 is in trouble. And maybe there's some intention behind that, but I don't believe there is. I don't believe Bungie themselves want their one and only game that's out right now to be outdone by NetEase and the mobile version. That's such a bad look. I wouldn't want to be outdone. Not like that. Housing isn't that easy to implement, chats. You know, let me say this, man. Ain't none of it easy. You know what I'm coming from? Fucking making a successful game ain't easy. Keeping your players ain't easy. Man, that's just part of it. Everybody's competing. Everybody's competing for your time, my time, everything else, right? You either do it or you don't. Losing players, that's the reality. And I think social elements would keep people retained. The conversation that keeps popping up whenever we like ask for features is it always comes back to it's too hard, it's too expensive. All right. Well, if it's too hard and too expensive for you, but it ain't for this guy, then I'm just gonna go play that guy's shit. You see what I'm coming from? That's the situation we're in right now. And maybe it is a Tiger engine world. I mean, maybe it is. That's unfortunate. Because then Bungie needs to pay the money down to either A, overhaul the Tiger engine or make whatever engine jumps. If that is like absolutely necessary. I don't think it's going to happen because Marathon's on Tiger. It's their in-house engine. It's a money thing. But Warframe has their own engine. I'm curious how NetEase is going to handle the launch of Destiny Rising, especially if they're going to do a native launch to PC. That's like the one thing we've told them over and over again. It's like, you want this game to do really, really well? PC launch, console launch. No, Warframe's on its own engine. What's the engine called for Warframe? And I'm also being told Warframe upgrades their engine almost every update. The Evolution engine? Looky there. What a name, right? Evolution engine, indicating that it evolves. What does Tiger engine do? This motherfucker, it needs to be taken out back and put down. I actually don't even know, like, because we don't know anything about like when engine upgrades occur for Tiger engine, right? I do know that the launch of Beyond Light was supposed to be some sort of engine upgrade, and hence why the removal of content. I don't know if things have necessarily gotten better since then. You know what I mean? Because we still have this thing cycling in and out. But no. I mean, like, obviously, like, here's the decisions that Digital Extremes has made and Warframe has made. They made decisions in the past. They made who knows what sizable investments necessary, but they've continued to upgrade and evolve their engine. That's why the game looks so much better than when I played it, you know, years ago. You know, so I feel like, you know, maybe Destiny needs to do that. And like, you know, I hate even like this conversation being brought up. I think there was a conversation a long time ago. I'm not going to say who, but there was a conversation a long time where it was brought up that we can either roll out these things for Destiny 2, and keep rolling out content, or we can just take it offline for a couple years and do this huge overhaul. I don't know. That was what was kind of presented to us. I would just say if that's what's necessary, then that's what's necessary. You know, if you got to go dark for a year or two to do some sort of crazy engine upgrade, especially like considering, because we did our research on the Tiger engine and we did an entire video on it. Dude, the manpower and money required to do the overhaul to the Tiger engine going from Reach to Destiny was substantial. If you got to do something like that again, all right.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.